What if the most valuable thing in the world? Gold, oil, technology, or real estate? What if it isn't Bitcoin, not stocks, not even the US dollar? What if the most valuable asset ever created? Something you cannot touch, cannot see, cannot store. It controls governments, inflates markets, destabilizes nations, and dictates the fate of billions. An illusion so powerful that every crisis strengthens it. Every war expands it. Every collapse protects it. And every recovery depends on it. Most people think they understand it, but almost no one truly does. Because behind this illusion lies a dark architecture, a hidden structure engineered over centuries. Built by banking dynasties, colonizing empires, secret committees, and modern financial elites. And today, we're going to expose how it works. Welcome to a journey inside the system that shapes the world more than presidents, armies, or corporations. This is the dark architecture behind the world's most valuable illusion, the illusion we all live in. Before we dive into origins, we need to answer one question. What is the illusion? Is it money? Is it worth it? Is it economic growth? Is it trust? Is it stability? The truth is far stranger. The illusion is belief, not in a philosophical way, but in the literal structure of the global financial system. Every price you see, every currency you use, every asset you buy, every loan, every stock, every debt, every bubble exists because you believe it does. But belief alone is not enough. Something has to engineer belief. Something must maintain it. Something must protect it when it falters. That something is the dark architecture. A system designed not to create money, but to manufacture trust and weaponize fear in a way that keeps the illusion alive. This is not about conspiracy. It's about documented history, repeatable patterns, and mechanisms hiding in plain sight. To see how the illusion became the world's most valuable force, we need to go back, far back. Origins, the birth of an invisible empire. 1. Medieval banking dynasties and the first architecture 1200s, 1600s. The story begins with early merchant banks in Italy, Florence, Venice, Genoa. These were the first institutions to realize a profound truth. Money carries more power when no one questions it. They invented bookkeeping, credit, promissory notes, and the idea that wealth can be created not by owning but by claiming. Then came the Medici family. They pioneered double-entry accounting, international settlement networks, political influence through lending, covert operations behind monarchies. The first bricks of the dark architecture were laid. 2. The British Empire and the illusion of infinite capital, 1600s, 1800s. When the British Empire rose, it needed more than armies. It needed a financial system capable of funding global dominance. So in 1694, the Bank of England was created, a private institution given power to issue public money. This was the first moment in history when a nation outsourced its money creation to a financial elite. The illusion strengthened. Debt became a weapon. Interest became a chain. Currency became a tool of expansion. 3. The American experiment and a new financial priesthood. 1800s to 1913 in the US. Debates raged for decades. Should money be controlled by the government or by private bankers? This conflict produced panics in 1819, 1837, 1857, 1893, and 1907, each crisis enabling bankers to consolidate more power. After the Panic of 1907, the elites moved swiftly. In 1910, on Jekyll Island, a secret meeting took place. Bankers and senators drafted a plan. In 1913, that plan became law, the Federal Reserve System. This was the moment the illusion became institutionalized. A private banking network now controlled interest rates, liquidity, currency supply, emergency powers, market access. The architecture was complete. Illusion was ready to reshape the world. A system that feeds on crisis. Now, the true magic began. The architecture learned to grow not in stability, but in a crisis. 1. The Great Depression, 1929. Markets collapsed. Banks failed. Millions lost everything. But the Federal Reserve and major banks consolidated power, buying distressed assets for pennies. The illusion survived because people had no choice but to believe again. 2. Post-World War II and Bretton Woods 1944 world leaders restructured the financial world. The IMF, the World Bank, the US dollar as global reserve, a new architecture replaced old empires, and the illusion became global. 3. The end of gold, the pure illusion emerges. 1971 President Nixon ended the gold standard. For the first time in human history, money was backed by nothing, only belief. This was the ultimate transformation. The illusion became self-sustaining. 4. 1980s, 2000s, deregulation, derivatives, and financial engineering. This era introduced hedge funds, junk bonds, leveraged buyouts, mortgage-backed securities, high-frequency trading, credit default swaps. Money multiplied without labor. Value inflated without substance. Risk grew without boundaries. The architecture expanded into everything. Breaking point when the illusion cracked. 1. Dot-com crash 2000. The illusion faltered. Tech stocks evaporated. Trillions vanished. But the architecture adapted. Cheap credit replaced collapsed wealth. 2. The 2008 financial crisis. This was the closest the illusion ever came to dying. Banks failed. Markets imploded. Debt chains snapped. The world saw the truth. The architecture was built on leverage, not value. On illusion, not stability. Yet instead of collapsing, it evolved. Governments printed trillions. Central banks took control of markets. Bailouts ensured survival of the architecture, not the people. A moment of transparency became a moment of entrenchment. Fallout and failed fixes. Regulators promised reform. Politicians vowed oversight. Experts predicted stability. But the fixes failed, not because they were weak, but because the architecture is designed to bypass every rule. Examples: shadow banking grew larger than traditional banking. Derivatives ballooned to $600 trillion plus central. Banks bought corporate bonds. Even junk-rated private equity firms devoured industries with leveraged debt. Wealth inequality exploded to century-high levels. Every fix strengthened the architecture. Every crisis normalized extraordinary powers. Every failure reinforced the illusion. Modern parallels, the pattern repeats. Pandemic economics, 2020 to 2022, billionaires gained $3.9 trillion, small businesses died. Stock markets hit all-time highs, central banks injected over $30 trillion globally. The illusion consumed the crisis and grew stronger. Inflation wave 202 for the architecture, created the inflation and then positioned itself to profit from the higher interest rates. AI, boom. 2023 to 2025 stock valuations doubled, with no revenue to justify them. Tech giants became more powerful than most nations. Another illusion, another cycle. Geopolitical tensions and energy shocks. Markets rise and fall, not on fundamentals, but on narrative. The architecture no longer reacts to crises. It predicts them, it prices them, it profits from them. 3 takeaways. 1. Value is engineered, not discovered. The world's wealth is built on belief, narrative, and controlled scarcity. 2. Crises strengthen the system, they don't break it. Every disaster shifts more power to the architecture. 3. The illusion survives because it benefits those who shape reality. The system doesn't need your trust, only your participation. Final warning: if the world's most valuable illusion is belief, what happens when a generation stops believing? Does the architecture collapse? Or does it evolve again, creating a new illusion for a new era? If this deep dive opened your eyes to the invisible architecture shaping our world, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts in the comments. What illusion should we uncover next? What system deserves your attention? You've been watching Finance TED Official, where we explore the structures that rule the world and the secrets they hope you never learn. Until next time.